Hello, my lovely children. This is Miss Calico. Obviously, I'm not in the room, and I did tell you that I would be absent pretty soon. You just didn't think it'd be this soon. I'm still thinking of you guys. That's why I'm going to make this video, so I can still teach you while I'm gone. So today we are going to begin our lesson on surface area of three-dimensional objects. Last week we did volume. I told you that was going to be the only week that we did volume. So this week we're moving on to do surface area. Then your test is next week. Your test will be on next Tuesday, not next Friday. Yes, I did say Tuesday. We will still have our review day, but there will be no test correction. So I need you guys to pay very close attention. Also, your test will be multiple choice. So that should make you feel better. No open-ended. But you still have to make sure that you're paying attention. Alright. Everyone should have grabbed a surface area foldable. It should look like this. Okay? You should have grabbed it from the front table just like you normally do when I'm in class. And you should have grabbed a surface area of cylinders worksheet. I'm not going to work on that one with you. What our lesson is going to be over is this foldable, okay? Just like last week, we worked on a foldable, then a worksheet. Same here, same this week. If you don't finish classwork, it becomes what? Homework, okay? Also, side note, bet I got a couple of y'all to say homework, like I was actually there. But moving on. So, you have to finish your foldable, you have to pay attention, and then you're going to use what you learned on your foldable to do your worksheet. Today we're going to focus on surface area of a cylinder. So we're going to take this one day at a time. So first we're going to do surface area of a cylinder. Then we'll do surface area of a prism. So, you need this. And you need your formula sheet. Make sure you have both. Alright. First thing you do, fold your paper in half. Make it into a foldable. Notice it's folded along the line. Fold it in half so that the edges meet up. Then when you open it, you will have practice problems. We're going to go over the practice problems together. Notice also, what did Miss Calico do this time? She added numbers. You're welcome. Okay? So, we're going to work on a foldable. Make sure it's folded. And this is how we're going to start it. Whenever we're doing something that involves a formula, whenever we're doing volume, whenever we're doing area, whenever we're doing perimeter, whenever we're doing surface area, the first thing we do is we write our formula. So I want you to get out your formula sheet, and I want you to find the formula for surface area of a cylinder. Surface area of a cylinder. The formula for surface area of a cylinder is, looking at your formula sheet, it says two formulas. There's one that says lateral, then there's one that says total. Miss Calico, why? Because there are two ways to find the surface area of a cylinder. You can find the lateral surface area without the two bases, or you can find the total surface area with the two bases. Okay? So lateral means without the bases. Total means including the bases. For 8th grade, we have to know both. We have to know how to use both. So we're going to write both. So, for total surface area of a cylinder, for total surface area, our formula is 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. That seems like a lot, right? But think about it this way. You're getting everything here. The outside, which is the surface area, you want what's the outside, what's on the surface. Okay? So you're getting the outside area of this whole thing. That's why it looks like a lot. Okay? Now, we're going to write our lateral surface area. Lateral, again, is getting the surface area without the two bases. So, lateral surface area we can find lateral surface area by finding 2 pi r h. Now look here. Our lateral surface area is 2 pi r h. Our total surface area is 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. What in this formula is going to mean the two bases? 2 pi r squared stands for our two bases. It's area of a circle times 2 circles. Okay? But before we go on, refresh my memory. R is our what? Radius. H is our what? Height. And for our problems in 8th grade, pi is equal to what? 3.14. Okay? This is how we're going to solve for a surface area of a cylinder. Ms. Calico, but what if I don't remember which one's the base, or what's the height, or how to find my radius? That's why we have all this extra space. Our height of a cylinder can be identified here. Our base is a circle. But in a cylinder, we have how many bases? 2. So here's our other base. Okay? Now here's my thing. I didn't explain what a radius was. Because we know from doing volume that if we're given something, we have to divide it by something to get our radius. Fill in the blank. If we are given diameter, we divide it by 2 to get our radius. Yes, you were supposed to write everything that I just wrote. So I'm going to leave this up here, just in case you didn't write it. Because you need to make sure that you understand what each variable means. Each variable is important for its own reason, just like each of you are important. You cannot not know what one variable means. It will throw off your whole formula. So make sure you identify your variables each time. Okay? Diameter is the line that cuts all the way across your base. Radius is half of that diameter. Just a refresher. I know you guys got it, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay? Now we have a formula for total. We have our formula for lateral. We have r equals radius, h equals height, pi equals 3.14, d equals diameter, divided by 2 to get our radius. Now we can open our foldable up and do our 2 word problems or our 2 examples. All right, example 1. I have 5 centimeters and 10 centimeters. Okay? First thing I do always when I am given a problem like this, I write my formula. Look back up front. My formula for total surface area is 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. We're going to get the total surface area. Total surface area. That is what we're going to get today. Okay? So, 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. That is our formula. That's what we're going to use. So let's see. Do I have an r? Yes. My radius can be seen here with 5 centimeters. Do I have an h? Yes. My height can be found here with 10. I have my 2 variables. Now I can plug them in. Two pi r's 5, h's 10. Ms. Calico, why did you add parentheses? I added parentheses so I know that all of this is together. All of this is multiplication. And in PEMDAS, do we multiply, divide first, or add and subtract? We multiply, divide. PEMDAS. So the parentheses are telling me that I'm going to multiply first. And again, my R is 5. Now I can work it out. 2 times 3.14 times 5 times 10 plus 2 times 3.14 times 5 squared. So 5 times 10, 50. 50 times 2, 100. 100 times 3.14 is 314. Plus 5 times 5 is 25. Times 2, 50. Times 3.14 is going to be half of 314. So what is that? Half of 300 is 150. Half of 14 is 7. So 157. I'm going to give you time to check my work. So let's see. Ms. Calico did all that in her head. So let's check her math because teachers are wrong too sometimes. 2 times 3.14 times 5 times 10. 314. Okay, let's try the next one. 2 times 3.14 times 5 squared. 157. Now add them together. 471. Area is always squared. Volume is always cubed. So my surface area of a cylinder is 471 units squared. But it also asks me for volume because I want to keep it in your head. I want to keep volume fresh in your mind. I don't want you to forget it because we're doing a week over surface area. So I also want you to find the volume of a cylinder. What is my formula for volume of a cylinder? Find it on your formula sheet. Big B times H. What does big B stand for? Area of the base. What shape is the base of a cylinder? A circle. So I'm going to circle my big B. So now I know it's going to be area of a circle. The formula for area of a circle is pi r squared times h. I'm going to circle pi r squared because it's area of a circle. Now I can multiply. Do I have an r? Yes, we already identified it. Do we have an h? Yes, we already identified it. Now we can plug in our values. Pi is always 3.14. R is 5. H is 10. I forgot to square it. Okay? Now we multiply. 3.14 times 5 squared times 10. 785. 785. Our volume is 785 and our units are centimeters cubed. You might have noticed my mistake. I put units here when we had centimeters. So I'm going to erase units because we always write in pencil. So I'm going to erase units and I'm going to put centimeters squared. Area is squared. Volume is cubed. So that is how we work it out. That's one example. We're going to do it again. Then, even for more practice, or for even more practice, you're going to do it on the worksheet that you have for the day. Okay? I'm going to give you as much practice as you can have, or as I can give you, so that we can get this down. And again, you are getting double doses of this formula. So you're doing surface area in my class. You're going to go to surface area in your regular math class. So I expect you guys to get on the ball. I expect you to make sure that you are doing your best and trying your best, because I love to hear from your math teachers that Miss Calico already told us this. We know how to do it. I love to hear that you guys know how to do it. Okay? So pay attention. We're going to do it one more time before you have independent work, before you work on it by yourself. You can always keep your foldable. You're going to keep your foldable. Then you're going to work on it for yourself, for your own. I'm sorry. You're going to work on it by yourself. Okay? All right. Here's another one. These numbers are really small, so I'm going to lift it up. Our height is 21 feet. Our diameter is 10 feet. Okay? First thing we do whenever we're doing volume of a cylinder, whenever we're doing anything that requires a formula, we write the formula down. So this one, I want lateral surface area. Okay? So for this one, you're going to give me the lateral surface area. So let's look back. Lateral surface area formula is 2 pi r h. So 2 pi r h. I have my formula. Now I look for my values. Do I have an r? No. I have a d, or diameter. Flip it back. D, diameter. If I'm given a diameter, I divide by 2 to get my radius. So, what's my diameter? 10 feet. I need to divide that by 2. What is 10 divided by 2? Let's check your answer. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So that 5 is going to become our radius, or half of our diameter. Okay? Do I have a height? Yes, 21 feet. Now I can plug in my values. 2 pi r is 5, and h is 21. Please don't say 21 in the background. Okay, great. Moving on. All right. Back to my calculator. Oops, I did that. 2 times pi, what is pi? 3.14 times 5 times 21. Our lateral surface area, lateral, so only this side, not including our two bases, is going to be 659.4, and what's my units? Feet. And surface area is always squared. Okay? So 659.4 feet squared. Now we have volume again. What is my formula for volume? Big B times H. For volume of a cylinder, our formula is big B times H. What is the shape of the base of my cylinder? A circle. So I'm going to circle big B. Big B stands for area of the base. So I'm going to get the area of a circle and plug that formula in. Area of a circle, pi r squared times h, my height. I'm going to circle pi r squared because, again, that is area of a circle. Now, I'm going to check to see if I have my values for my variables. Do I have an r? Well, I do now because I found it when I had to do my lateral surface area. Do I have an h? Yes. Plug it in. Pi R 5 squared times H, which is 21. Get my calculator. Pi, which is equal to 3.14, times R squared, so 5 squared, times my height, which is 21. My volume is 1,648.5. Okay? Volume is always cubed. The units are always cubed. What are my units? Feet cubed. Write it in. Okay? So that's it for our practice. I know on our volume booklet we had about 3 to practice on. This time we only have 2. Okay? Use this booklet to help you on your surface area worksheet that you should have picked up already. Use this as an example. Use this as a guide. It will tell you total and lateral. We did examples of both. You have your formulas now, so you can move on. You can do this. I believe in you. Just know, you are going to turn this booklet into me or to the tray before you leave. Why? Because Miss Calico does not want you to take this home, forget it, or lose it. And then when it comes time for this to be a grade, you're missing work. Okay? Make sure you turn it into the tray when you're done. You're turning in your worksheet too, unless you don't finish your classwork. If you don't finish classwork, it becomes homework, which you will turn in the next day. Okay? Be good. Do your work. Don't stress out the sub. I'll have another video for you guys over Prisms tomorrow. So yes, that does mean I will not be here tomorrow. But no, if I get a bad report, I will not be happy. If I get a great report, I might be happy enough to stop at a store. Keep that in mind. Talk to you guys tomorrow.